Hello, I am Stephanie Joy, the attorney at All Things Social Security and Joy Disability Law. Your video is about to start. I just wanted to remind you that if you click the join button below, you can learn more about the memberships offered at a very affordable price that can give you a little more direct attorney answers to your questions. Have a great day and enjoy the video. Good morning. I am about to head back to Northeast Pennsylvania, but I wanted to put out a quickie here. Someone recently had, I think in one of the comments, had expressed something that was incorrect, and I just wanted to make sure it was clear. Grace period, when you're working, when you're claiming disabled or have already been found disabled and you're working, a grace period does not apply to the trial work period. Now, the way I look at the trial work period is it is completely for a claimant's benefit. We may argue that the trial work period amount of income per month is too low. That's a frequent complaint because it's even lower than SGA. But it is a period where you can test your ability to work. You can make $1 million a month. You have up to 9 months in a 5-year rolling window, 60 months, so to speak. And so they don't have to be consecutive. You could have one great month and then not work for 2 years and have another one. When you hit the 9th month in that rolling period is when your trial work period ends. It started when you hit your first month. But during that period is when they can't bust your chops for your earnings or work activity because it's in the trial work period, even if it's way over SGA. Okay. So I think the individual was thinking that because, after your trial work period, you roll into your extended period of eligibility. And that's when you can lose a benefit here or there or everywhere, depending on if you make over SGA. But there is no grace period for TWP. When you hit that 9th month, you do not get 2 or 3 months grace period. That applies to something very different. That applies to cessation based on your disability, oftentimes in the EPE period. But it does not apply to trial work period. It is a flat 9 months. The very next month after your your trial work period is over because you hit that 9th month, you just started your extended period of eligibility, EPE. Now, I wanted to just read, I'm gonna put up the link that describes TWP, and you guys can see it. I'm just trying to find that. The section that says, this is section I on this page, entitlement to an EPE after completing trial work period. After the trial work period is complete, the EPE provisions apply. Okay, so you have trial work period, which is separate from EPE, extended period of eligibility. And I know my voice is a little rough today. The EPE begins the month immediately following the 9th TWP month. Or TWP, they call it a service month. Same idea. Completed within that 60 consecutive month rolling period. If a beneficiary is not entitled to TWP, they cannot be entitled to an EPE. Okay, so they give you links here for more about EPE, but the take-home point here is your trial work period ends at the end of your 9th month, and then you start your EPE, which can be 3 years. Well, it can be longer than that, but that'll depend on what you're doing with work. But it's going to last at least 3 years. And what the EPE means, because now that you're out of your trial work period, if you are still working and if you now earn more than SGA during your EPE, you're going to have that money that you took in as a benefit that month clawed back entirely. There is no prorating, if you're just a little over SGA or under. If you are found to be over SGA and you're not able to show that you are under SGA due to other legal reasons, you are going to owe back that month of benefit. There is no grace period. Grace period applies to when you're being found not disabled at all anymore and you're being ceased forever forward unless you reapply or reinstate, that kind of thing. Anyway, I want to make that clear. Do not be thinking that your trial work period is going to go on for 11 months or 12 months. It's not going to happen. All right. Have a great one, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I can figure out how to turn this off. Hey, so if the subject matter of the video you just listened to is of interest and you want more on it, stay tuned. Here's another one about the same topic, but a little bit different. Bye now. So what is the protections afforded by the trial work period? They're pretty big. It's intended to allow you to test yourself to see if you can go back to work gainfully, full-time, or at least substantially. Okay, so it means you can go back to work, and it's that whole, and I'm not going to explain it here, that 9 months within a 5-year scrolling window where you can earn as much as you can try to earn each month. And as long as it goes over the trial work period amount, it counts the trial work period month. So how does it protect you? They can't look at the work you're doing, the services you're providing, to then find that you are able, because it is just a trial work period. Okay, so they can't, when outside of the trial work period, they can look at the kind of work you're doing. If you're working part-time under SGA, and they can use that to figure out that you are improved. You can go back, you're not as disabled as you were. They might do a CDR, but during the trial work period, they can't use your working activity against you. They can do it at other times. So what does that mean, though? That doesn't mean you can't be found not disabled during your trial work period. It's just not going to be because of your work, basically. So if there's other medical evidence or things coming back down the pike, evidence that maybe they surveilled you, and I don't think that's very common, but I'm just putting it out there in terms of an example. If there's other reasons why you are not found to be, continuing in your disability, then you can be canceled in terms of losing your disability, having it terminated, a disability cessation. So, but the point being that the work you're doing is protected. That activity is not going to be able to get you terminated, ceased, if you will. Okay, so it's a wonderful protection for going back to work. It protects you significantly for those months. But again, you still have to be disabled. As I always say, continue with your medical follow-up on all the various body problems that you had when you applied. And if you're pending a claim right now, it's not going to matter because you're probably already doing that, hopefully. Okay, so trial work period, it protects your work activity from being considered evidence of what you can do on a substantial basis, which would then feasibly get you a cessation on your disability at other times. So once your trial work period is over, your work activity can be used in that way. Okay, so hope that helps. Bye.